And a good Friday to you. I'm Storm Team 9 Meteorologist Patrick Ellis here with your ENC Weather Update. This one is for March the 28th, 2014. 30 years ago today, a large-scale tornado outbreak of historic proportions here across North Carolina. Today, we are forecasting the change for some strong to possibly even severe storms across the east going into your Saturday, but not to the extent to what had happened 30 years ago today. An F4 tornado ripped through Pitt County as well as portions of Greene County and also into Lenoir County. Several tornadoes, mainly into the F3 and F4 range here across eastern North Carolina that fateful night. 57 people dead across South Carolina as well as North Carolina. 9 here in Pitt County alone, and multiples injured. Almost 1,250 people injured out of the entire outbreak. Wild, crazy day, and we've got a link up to the website where you can actually see where I delve into that information this evening during the 6 o'clock newscast, and also a little bit of insider information on the background of that storm system. Let's go ahead and talk about our weather pattern here across eastern Carolina. There is still a nice little warm-up in store for us, but we've got to get past the weekend, which has a little bit of ups and downs to deal with. And here's a look at the satellite and radar. Started off with some sunshine this morning, but the clouds really started to build in. Now we've got showers on the way. Big, what we call MCS, a mesoscale convective system, basically did a very effective job of actually capping off the Gulf of Mexico, so we weren't able to get the moisture return into the region. Now we're starting to get some moisture coming off the Atlantic. Our real big system is actually going to come in here as we head towards tomorrow with the potential for severe weather with this area of low pressure that's diving through East Texas at this point. But tonight it's going to be a fairly just steady rain as we continue to get the moisture streaming into the region overnight tonight. So here's a look at the precision forecast model. Once again, as we head through the overnight hours, we're expecting mainly just a good steady rain across the east. Some areas could pick up an easy inch as we head through the overnight hours tonight. Temperature is going to be mainly into the upper 50s and lower 60s. Overnight tonight. Then we head into tomorrow, and if we get enough sunshine, some areas may be peaking out with a little bit of sunshine. We may have a couple of areas seeing temperatures rebounding into the low and mid 70s. I think mostly upper 60s, low 70s, a good call for us on tomorrow. There will be a good chance for rain through the day. Now, there is some indication that we could have a lull in the activity sometime tomorrow evening before another round of showers and thunderstorms pushes through here on Saturday evening. If that's the case, we could have enough of a lull where we don't see any showers, and we could have a round of strong, possibly even severe weather. The main threat with this, I think, is going to be more so the heavy rainfall. There could be some hail. There's going to be a lot of cold air in the upper levels of the atmosphere that could put down some large hail. But I think the main story is some of these showers and thunderstorms will be quite gusty. So isolated reports possibly of damaging wind gusts through the day tomorrow, mainly into the afternoon hours, and then tornadoes, though it is a low threat, it is an isolated chance that we could have enough spin in the atmosphere to get one of these storms to rotate. So it's not out of the question for that to happen. Hopefully it doesn't, and we just have the chance for just some wind, but needless to say, it's not out of the question. Area of low pressure lifts off to the north, and once again, the second round comes in here on Saturday evening. Then we start off with some sunshine on Sunday as that area of low pressure lifts off towards the north. A lot of indications showing clouds building back in here by the afternoon hours with a chance for some showers as that low starts to lift out. And once again, there will be a chance for some showers through the day on Sunday, but sunshine returns by Monday and warmer temperatures as well. High temperatures on Sunday likely going to be stifled in the 50s. And some indications actually have us even cooler than that. So we'll have to watch that. But needless to say, things are going to be on the up and up after we get past this weekend. Here's a look at the day 2 severe weather risk. This is looking at the SPC's outlook, stretching from the slight risk, the standard slight risk, stretching from the Big Bend area of Florida all the way up into the Tidewater, and that includes us here in eastern North Carolina. Now, the probabilistic, about 15%, so it's a low-end threat, but really and truly what we're talking about here is the potential for isolated pockets of severe weather. This is not going to be an outbreak by any means here across the east going into your Saturday. 1 or 2 storms could be severe with damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, some hail, and there is the potential for a tornado, but it's a low-end threat and would not be, you know, one of these EF3, EF4 tornadoes. It would be a very weak tornado if that. And the guys at WPC have us in a pretty wet look. This is the QPF numbers starting at this evening all the way to Monday night. Nice little bullseye, about 2 inches back over just south of Raleigh. And we're talking about anywhere from about an inch to maybe 2.25 inches here across eastern North Carolina. Here's a look at the 12Z GFS run, looking at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet up in the air. And here's our big trough moving through. And they'll be swinging through here. Nice diffluence in the flow pattern. And once again, that's going to have enough energy, enough spin in the atmosphere for maybe a strong to severe thunderstorm. We just don't have the rate of destabilization. The reasoning why is because we're just not getting a good lifting mechanism, a good piece of instability coming through here with really, as far as Cape values are concerned, the moisture's there, but it's not really there. So, I mean, it's one of those things that we're not really primed for a severe weather outbreak as we head towards Saturday. Now, could we have severe weather? Yes, it's not out of the question, and that's what we've been kind of talking about the last couple of days. At the surface, a 995 low, approaching, getting close to about Hazard, Kentucky. And rain showers a good bet here across eastern North Carolina. Once again, there's probably going to be a lull sometime in the afternoon hours, and then another area of low pressure tracks up here. Now, if that secondary low forms, that's something that we're going to have to watch, because that could back the winds even more down at the surface and maybe get a brief spin-up tornado. So we'll have to watch that as we head through the evening hours of Sunday. I think afternoon and evening hours would be prime time for possible severe weather here across eastern North Carolina. Now, you see the 540 line edging southward. It goes away quickly, and I think there's a little error there in the modeling. But that low deepened, and we get quite breezy as we head towards Sunday. Now, the models are trying to clear us out, some of them, but other ones are saying no, the clouds are going to hold tough through the day. So we've kept the chance for showers with some clouds in the forecast through the day on Sunday, with high temperatures only in the 50s that afternoon. Here's a look at Monday, and this system this is our system that's rolling up out of here, and that'll clear the board, and we get a nice little ridge pumping in here. That's good news. That's warm air pushing in here. This area of low pressure that's coming through the Central Plains will be lifting off towards the north. No issues for us. The next system that we're going to be watching is approaching the California coastline, and that is something that will be quite interesting to watch over the next several days. Monday, we're nice and dry. Thickness values start to be on the up and up, and high temperatures likely in the mid to upper 50s that afternoon. So nice and mild for this time of the year. A little cool for this time of the year, but not by very much. You see that area of low pressure that is developing here. So once again, we had 3 areas that we were watching. The one that was lifting out right here. The second one that would be lifting up to the north. And the third one that we're going to be watching for the late week system that rolls in here. Say Friday or so, and maybe even later at this point. Some of the models are really starting to point towards a little later arrival. Once again, that area of low pressure lifts up to the north, and that's going to do is help to push the warm air out of the Gulf of Mexico into the region. So by Tuesday, low and mid 70s, a good possibility under mostly sunny skies under that high pressure dome. Then we head out towards Wednesday. And here's your area of low pressure developing over the panhandle of Texas. Showers and thunderstorms out breaking across portions of Oklahoma. And the SPC has a day 6 outlook for this area. Very interesting. High pressure is still just offshore, and that's going to keep the south and southwest flow in here. Mid to upper 70s that afternoon. Very warm air in place on Wednesday. The upper air trough goes a little bit more negatively tilted. That's going to help to spread the isohyets even further. So nice diffluence there. So once again, that's why we're talking about that potential for severe weather late in the week for the southern Mississippi Valley, the mid-Mississippi Valley, and the southern plain. That's the look on Thursday for us. We're dry here with high pressure still in control, but it's just anchored just off of the coast. So what that's going to do for us is that's going to help to hold back this area of low pressure just long enough so maybe we get through the entire week without any rain shower activity. And even on Thursday, we're still expecting high temperatures in the upper 70s. But what we're going to be watching for is, does this area of low pressure get here a little quicker? Most of the models were pointing towards a Friday arrival, which would hold down our temperatures. If not, then we're going to have to boost our temperatures up even more. We have 75 right now on Friday with mostly cloudy skies. The GFS is now printing mainly late night Friday and into Saturday. This thing lifts in here, so needless to say, and we're in severe weather season, so we're going to be watching for that potential as we head towards this next system coming on the board. That's going to do it for me here on the ENC Weather Update. You can stay up to date with us. Facebook, Twitter, WNCT.com, and a brand new Storm Team 9 app in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Have a great rest of your evening, a great day tomorrow, and a great weather week ahead. Stay weather alert for your Saturday here across eastern North Carolina with the potential for some strong storms.